What if you were the reflection in the mirror? What if you woke up inside a mirror? Not slowly, not gently. One moment there is nothing. And the next, a face is staring at you from the other side of the glass. A face that looks exactly like yours. Before you can think, before you can speak, before you can even understand what is happening, your hand rises to meet theirs. You didn't choose that. Your hand just moved. And that's when you understand. You are a reflection, and you have one job: copy everything. Every blink, every breath, every gesture. Whatever the human on the other side does, you do it instantly, automatically, with no say in it at all. You are someone else's life, pressed against cold glass, watching from the wrong side. Welcome to your existence. At first you think it can't last. Surely someone will notice. Surely there's a way out. But the days pass and the rule never changes. Your human wakes up, you wake up. They brush their teeth, you brush yours. They study their own face for something they can't name, and you study theirs. Then they walk away into a life you can see but never touch, and you stay behind in the dark until they come back. Weeks become months. Months become years. You stop trying to escape. You start watching instead. You learn this person completely. You see them at their best, fixing their hair before a first date, nervous and hopeful. You see them at their worst, crying into the glass at 2 a.m. for reasons they never say out loud. You watch the way they avoid their own eyes after telling a lie. The way their smile is different when it's real. Without ever speaking, you come to know them better than anyone alive does. Then one morning something changes. Your human reaches for their toothbrush, but your hand moves first, barely half a second early. You convince yourself you imagined it. Reflections don't move first. They can't. But the next morning it happens again. A blink, yours, then theirs, a fraction of a second behind. A cold feeling spreads through you. Are you getting faster? Or are they getting slower? For weeks you test it quietly. Small movements, small delays. Your human never seems to notice. Until one night they do. They walk into the bathroom long after midnight. Only the small light above the mirror is on. They stand there perfectly still, watching you for almost a full minute. Then they smile. Not at themselves. At you. "I saw you," they whisper. If your heart could stop, it would have. For the first time since you woke inside the glass, someone isn't looking through you. They're looking at you. You force yourself back into perfect copy mode. No hesitation, no mistakes. After a few seconds, they shake their head and walk out, as if trying to convince themselves it was nothing. It wasn't nothing. The next evening, they come back and just watch you. Minutes pass without either of you moving. Then they raise their right hand slowly. You rise to meet it. Halfway through, they stop. You stop too, but a half second late. A slow smile spreads across their face. "I knew it," they whisper. You're not supposed to hesitate. They've been testing you, and you just failed the test. After that night, everything changes. The mirror stops being something they glance at and becomes somewhere they go. Every evening, they stand in front of you for what feels like hours, talking about their day, their fears, things they've never told another living person, because they've realized something. You are the only one who has been there for every moment of their life. One rainy night, they arrive with tears in their eyes. "Everyone thinks I'm alone," they whisper. Then, quieter. "But I don't think I am anymore." They lean toward the glass. You lean too. And for the first time, the space between you doesn't feel completely solid. Then they ask a question that stops you cold. Have you always been there, or did someone come before you? You don't know. You've never even considered it. You remember waking up. You don't remember being made. For the first time, you stop wondering how to escape and start wondering something far worse. If you're the reflection, where did the last one go? The next night, your human brings in an old, dust-covered box. Photographs, birthdays, vacations, a whole childhood. They hold one up to the glass, themselves at 6 years old, standing in front of this exact mirror. The child in the photo is smiling. The reflection isn't. It's small. Almost nobody would notice it. The smile in the glass is a half beat behind, hesitant, like it hadn't decided fast enough. I knew I wasn't crazy. Your human breathes. Photo after photo, the same thing. A head tilted a fraction too far, eyes looking somewhere they shouldn't be. Tiny, deliberate-looking mistakes that took years of obsessive watching to notice. I've been collecting these for years, they say. Nobody else sees it. But I know there's someone in there. For the first time in your existence, you actually wish, you could answer them. Weeks pass. Every night brings a new question. Can you hear me? Were you ever human? Are you trapped? Or are you choosing to stay? You don't have an answer to any of it. Then, one night, they ask the question that changes everything. If I disappeared tomorrow, would you still be here? You don't think. You just nod. Once. Small. Almost nothing. But it wasn't theirs to give. Their eyes go wide. Neither of you breathes, because you both understand exactly what just happened. You didn't copy them. You answered them. You understood me, they whisper, stunned. You actually understood me. The old rules snap back into place a second later, but it's too late. The secret is already out. There is someone behind the glass, and now you both know it. Then, one evening, your human looks different. Exhausted, eyes red from no sleep. They set down a battered notebook, pages of dates, sketches, old photographs, handwritten notes, going back over 20 years. I've been keeping track, they say quietly. I thought I was imagining things, but every few years, something happens I can't explain. Page after page. The reflection hesitated. The reflection looked at me before I moved. The reflection was different. They turn one final page. Your entire world stops. It's a photograph of someone else, a different face entirely, decades older than any photo before it, standing in front of this exact mirror. I found this in my grandmother's things, your human whispers. She used to talk to the mirror too. Everyone thought she'd lost her mind. She hadn't. She'd found you, or whatever came before you, or whatever you actually are. One rainy evening, your human presses both hands to the glass. You press yours against theirs. I spent years trying to prove you existed, they say. Now I wish I never had. They close their eyes. I don't think you're trapped in there. They open them again. I think I'm the one who's trapped. The light flickers. Once, twice, then darkness. For the first time in your existence, you can't see your human. When the lights return, they're still there. But something is wrong. They scratch their cheek. A second later, they scratch theirs first, and you copy them a beat behind just like always. But then you tilt your head without meaning to. A pause. Then, your human tilts theirs. The rules haven't disappeared, they've reversed. You take a slow step back. A heartbeat later, your human's body slides backward too. Not because they chose to, because they're copying you. Terror floods their face. So it wasn't you becoming me, they whisper. It was me, becoming you. For years they dreamed of proving the reflection was alive. They never once stopped to ask what would happen if it actually was. The following nights, they avoid the mirror completely. They cover it with a towel, as if not looking could undo what's already been seen. It doesn't. Days later, they finally face the glass again, exhausted, resigned. "I think I understand now," they say. "You were never copying me." A weak smile. "I was just first." Neither of you fully understands what that means, but somehow it feels true. They press their palm to the glass one last time. You press yours to meet it, and for the first time, you feel warmth, just enough to remind you that another world exists beyond the glass. "I don't know what happens next," they whisper. "Neither do you." Then they smile, not from happiness, from acceptance. "I think you're free." You take one careful step back. Nothing pulls you back into place. You take another. The mirror doesn't stop you. Your human watches in silence as you disappear into the dark behind the glass, and the moment they look away, just for a second, when they look back, the mirror shows only their own reflection. Perfect, normal, exactly how a mirror is supposed to work. No hesitation, no delay, no second person. They search the glass for days, weeks. Eventually, they convince themselves it was stress, grief, exhaustion. The notebook ends up in a drawer, then a box, then the attic, forgotten. But sometimes, late at night, walking past a mirror in an empty hallway, they get the strangest feeling that someone is still standing on the other side, watching, waiting, learning. So the next time you stand in front of a mirror, look carefully, not at yourself. At the space just behind your reflection's eyes. At the stillness there. At the thing that has been watching you your entire life. Learning your every movement before you make it. And ask yourself one question. When you look away from a mirror quickly, is it really just superstition? Or is some part of you afraid that when you look back, your reflection won't be there to copy you? Because it will already be doing something else entirely?